Perhaps the greatest Eagle of all, John Worsfold, 209 games, a tough, unrelenting player, and what a captain he was. One of the greatest of all, intimately involved with all three premierships, two as a player and captain, and of course coach of the 2006 premiership team in that wonderful victory over Sydney by just a point.
So John, how soon during your playing career or later during your playing career did you think you'd anticipate coaching at any level?
I'd studied pharmacy, and the aim was that that was my position when I finished playing. I would be a pharmacist, and had the opportunity to do some media work in my first year out of footy, and really noticed that I missed being involved around the club atmosphere, and then from there started thinking about a coaching career.
Appointed coach in 2002, John, now one of the select few to have actually coached and played in a premiership. Can you discern the more enjoyable or emotional of the two, particularly now since your playing days have gone truly over?
When people have asked me around what did you enjoy more, playing in the premiership or coaching the premiership, my simple answer is, as a young boy growing up, I didn't dream of coaching a premiership. You know, I dreamed of playing in one. So that was what it was all about. But coaching is a very rewarding role to play as well, and more so seeing the development of the young men underneath you and then seeing them achieve together. Having played in a premiership gave me the ability to understand what they would feel and the rewards they would get by playing in a premiership together, which made it special.
Johnny, how's it feel?
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
The boys were terrific, weren't they, after half-time?
Outstanding all year, you know, we had our ups and downs, but today, you know what it's like. Before you played footy for, we've done it.
John, coming off the year that was 2010 to move into a preliminary final last year of 2011 and winning the inaugural Alan Jeans Coach of the Year award, great achievement. Were the change in trends that you had to implement difficult to implement or more difficult for the players to adjust to?
Not so much hard to change. My values around the way I coach and present myself to the players hasn't changed. But in terms of the style of football we exactly wanted to put on the field, yeah, definitely we made some massive changes, and it was around the way the game was heading, but it was also around the strengths and weaknesses of our squad. And that is tougher for the more senior players who say, well, we've been pretty successful playing this way. We had to retrain them in some areas, and you know, that took a little bit of time. And it also takes a little bit of time for the really young players to learn it at AFL level, what it takes. And we were in the situation of having a very young squad. You've got an inexperienced team trying to learn a lot of new things as well. So it was always going to be fairly tough. And in 2010 we had some injury problems as well and compounded things, and that's why I believe when I looked at where we were heading, I could see that it would come together reasonably quickly.
Let's focus a bit on the West Coast to adjust the best story of the year for me, the most improved team.
Is there a likelihood that John Worsfold will challenge Kevin Sheedy's longevity in the game as a coach, or would you see yourself not being a career coach as such?
A 10-year career in this coaching industry is basically, yeah, I'd say I've had a career now as an AFL coach. How long that extends for, I'm not really sure what the answer to that's going to be, but you know, I'd say when I first signed my contract with the Eagles, I still had the white pharmacy coat hanging on the back of the door for an emergency.
Well, John, another significant achievement in your career and your life, an accolade well deserved. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ross.